So let's to fix a little bit things of yesterday. So when we're talking about the mean, median, mode, what are those things called? Central tendencies. They're talking about the central part. And we already discussed what an outlier is. Now in grade 9, you don't do a test for outlier. That's grade 10 stuff. All you have to kind of see that there is an outlier. So remember we talked about this. We talked about the ages in the classroom. And we found that this one here was an outlier, the 28. Okay, was to be an outlier. So we found that an outlier is, what did it do? It skewed our data. Okay, skewed it up because we found that the average, when we went out, was 15.68. But only one of the other people said that they're older than 15. So it's skewing the data. So do you think it's skewing it positively to the right, to the upper side, or skewing it negatively to the left? Positively, exactly. Because my median value was what? What's my median value? 15. We found it was 15. The one in the middle. Okay. So if my average is bigger than my median, then it's skewing it to the right. If my average is lower than my median, it's skewing it to the left. Which means the outlier possibly lies on the right or left, depending which way it's skewing. Okay. So when we're looking at this, okay, we have to find measures of dispersion. Okay, here's where we were going wrong yesterday. Okay, so we were showing you here that when we're having a look, when we found the Q2 value, our Q2 is known as what? Another name for Q2. It starts with it. Our Q2 value is also our median. Okay, our Q2 is our median. So we found that the 7 here was the median. Now, okay, how many numbers are there? There's 15, so there's an odd number. Okay, so our median is going to be an actual number. If it was 14, we'd have to find the middle of it. So when we're finding our Q1 and Q2, we mustn't include, okay, the median that we've already found, as we were including it. So I need to go back, I need to check in your books, okay? We're going to make a little error here. Going to rub out here, okay? Our Q1. Okay, so now because we've already said that 7, that first 7 there is our median, we mustn't including it when trying to find, okay, our Q1 and Q3. So on the left-hand side of that 7, how many numbers are there? 7. There's 7. So then the middle number, it's going to be number 4, okay, because it's this here is the middle. Okay, so my Q1 is 4, not 4.5 like you were working out. Okay, we look on the right-hand side. There's obviously also going to be 7 on the right-hand side. So it's going to be in the middle here. Q3 is 8. Okay, so our interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So it's going to be 8 minus 4, which is 4. Okay, so we need to fix that. Now, we're going to show another example where we use the middle parts, I think. So let's have a look at that. Can I move on? Did you fix it? Okay, fix it quickly. So we can go on to the next example. Now, look at the next example. What do you have? First thing you have to do? Ascending order. You have to put it in ascending order first. So let's put it in ascending order here quickly, and we can carry on. So it's going to be 16, and then 17, 16, 17, 20. Yo, you guys are faster, right? Then 36, 48, okay, and then 52, 52 again, and then 60. All right, so that's everything there. Okay, it's in ascending order. So, how many points are there? How many passengers are there? They said the ages of passengers are they followed, but how many are there? There are 10. So do you agree that my n Okay, my population is going to be how much? 10. So when we're finding the mean, we add them all up and divide by 10. Okay, you see, it's intuitive stuff. We already kind of know how to do it. So, identify the mode. What's the mode? Most numbers. So which one's the mode here? 52. Done. Okay. Calculate the mean. Remember, the mean, it is our average, is equal to the sum of all the points divided by the number of points for my population. That's important. You must put that formula. Okay. If you just put random stuff, you don't know what you're doing, and you're not going to get the mark. Okay. You'll still get some marks, but you won't get all of them. Let's not throw away stuff. Okay. So the sum of all our points. Yeah, you worked it out for me. What's it? 380. 348. Okay. And then divide by n. Our population is going to be 10. All right. 34.8. Very nice. Okay. So calculate the range. The range, we're talking about the range, highest minus and lowest. So 44. Okay. You see, all this stuff is kind of intuitive because it's like, that's how we do it. We already know how to work these things out, but now we're giving it specific names. Okay. So my range is equal to my highest minus my lowest. Calculate the median. Now this is when we need to look. Because there's 10, do you agree our median, it's in between. It's going to be in between two numbers. So it's going to be between 25 and 36. So how do we find the middle of two numbers? We find the average of them to find the middle of two numbers. So 25 plus 36 is going to be? Okay. So to find the median, okay, it's the number 1, okay, we'll say the plus number 2, okay, divided by 2. Okay, all we're doing is finding the middle. Now, when you do, let's say if you do maths next year, you do something called the midpoint formula. It's exactly that. You're finding the middle of the 2 points. Okay, so it's going to be 25 plus 36, which is 61 divided by 2, 30.5. So my median is 30.5. Do you agree 30.5 doesn't occur on that number set? Okay, it's sitting at a little magical space land. 30.5 over there. Do you agree it's not part of my set? It's just a representation of what the middle is. Okay, so because we don't use the Q2, our Q2 is 30.5. Now let's find our Q1 and Q3. The Q1 is the left-hand side, the lesser half. Okay, the middle. So what's in the middle of the lesser half? It's going to be, there's 5 of them, so it's going to be middle of 5. No, so it's going to be the middle one. 20. Okay. So my Q1, okay, is equal to 20. My Q3, okay, is equal to the middle of the top half. What's it going to be? The middle there is 52. Okay. So determine the interquartile range. So now we know what a range is, but now we want the interquartile. So we want the between range of the quartiles. So it is just Q3. The interquartile range is just going to be Q3 minus Q1. Now, don't learn this as a formula. Don't learn the formulas. Just know what interquartile range means. Because if you learn formulas, that's when things go haywire. Okay. There's only certain things you learn formulas, such as y equals mx plus c. Oh, we'll do some revision. And the surface area of the prism and the volume of the prism. Just that. Okay. We have to think a little bit. So, 52 minus 20 is going to be 32. And then we're done. That's it. That's all the information. Because what are we doing here? We're doing something called, we're leading towards Let's see if I can find it quickly. I don't think you do it now in grade 9. Okay, no, you don't do it in grade 9. But there's something called a box and whisker diagram. Okay, a box. Have you heard of that before? What a box and whisker diagram is? It's a new concept that you do in grade 10, but it's quite literally, you take the information, okay, and you do something called a 5-number summary. So, the 5-number, you don't have to know this, but just look, this is where we're heading towards. So, a 5-number, no, that's not how you spell number, hold on. 5-number summary, okay? So the 5-number summary is your lowest, okay? It is your Q1, it is your Q2. What's another word for Q2? Median, it's your median, okay? It's your Q3 and your highest. Sorry. So when you do that, you can find these numbers, okay? So my 5-number summary for the previous one, my lowest was 16, okay? My Q1 was 20, Q2 30.5, Q3, and the highest 60. 5-number summary, done. So what you do with that thing, you put it on a scale and you draw a box and whisker. You see, there's a box, this box and whisker. So we're taking our information and we're representing it into a data point where we're representing it as a sketch, as a picture. Now we don't do box and whisker diagrams right now, but what else do we do to represent data? Who knows? Graphs. What kind of graphs? Pie charts, bar graphs, histograms, frequency tables. We take all our data and we represent it in different ways, different visual ways. Now this is just one of the ways that you don't do in grade 9, you do in grade 10. Okay, so let's do the next example, quickly. Example 3 and example 4. We're going to do example 3 together. Okay, so data shows the number of pies Mr. Fourie ate each month at least of last year. Mr. Fourie. Yeah, it's lots of pies, huh? Okay, each month. So there's some days he had like more than one pie. Champion. Okay, so what's the first thing we need to do? Ascending order. Put it in ascending order. Okay. Well, it's like, is he on school on the weekend? Ah. How many days in a school month? About 20. And 25. You. Okay, 21, 22, 24, 24 again. Okay, 26. There's 26, 27, 28. Whoopsie, 31, and then 35. All right. So they said, yeah, from the information, shows the number of pies Mr. Fourie ate each month of last year. So, how many data points do you think we're going to have? How many data points are there? How many months in a year? 12. Okay, so what's my n going to be? My population number? 12. Yes. So, first thing, we've done it in ascending order. Very nice. Very good. Okay. Identify the mode. Mode meaning most. So which one occurs the most? 24. What's my mean? My mean is calculated as such. We're going to put the formula. We must know what these things mean. The sum of all the points. So add all the points together. Okay, divided by how many? 12. Okay, so we're going to get what? Is it 23 on the dot? Okay. Okay. So on the average run, how much is a pi at school? It's like 15, 16 rand? 16. Huh? 16. No, but these are pies from the tuck shop. About 15. So 23 times 15, quickly. Calculate. How much is he spending a month on just pies? Lots of money on just pies, huh? Okay, average. Okay. So now we need to calculate the range. What is the range? Highest minus the lowest. So what's going to be here? 35 minus 5. So it's just going to be 30. Okay. Calculate the median. Now when I say calculate the median, it just means another way of saying find it, because you don't have to do any calculations. We're just finding it. Okay, so what is the median value going to be? 34. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's in between 6 and 7. Okay, so it's going to be what? 24. Because the average of 24 and 24 is 24. Okay, so my median is 24. Quartile 1 and quartile 3. So now we need to look on the left, okay, of my Q2. So do you see there's 6 values, so it's going to be in between because it's even, so it's going to be in between there. So what number is in between 18 and 21? 19.5. So Q1, okay, 21, okay, plus 18, divide by 2. Okay. Okay, so then to find my Q3 value, quartile 3, here's it over here, 27.5, because we find it in between 27 and 28. So it'd be 27.5. Determine the interquartile range. Again, what is that? The interquartile, so we're looking at the range, but not of the whole thing. Exactly. Q3 minus Q1, just the in-between. So what's that going to be? The interquartile range is equal to 8. Okay, very nice. This one here. Okay, the interquartile range, okay, is the same as saying, because interquartile, so interhouse, so in between quartile range. So the range, already we know it's highest minus lowest. So we take the highest quartile, 27.5, minus the lowest quartile, quartile 1, 19.5. This one here, the quartiles again. Okay, I'll explain again now. So you'll see that there's a little something here in your book that's been crossed out. Okay, it says what is the outlier? Now, no. So we don't have, there's no formal calculation for you guys of what the outlier is. Now there is a specific formula, but we're not going to start learning that. Okay. All you have to see is identify from the median and the mean if there is a possible outlier. Now the median value was 24 and the mean was 23. Okay. If there is a possible outlier, where would it be? Would it be at the highest or the lowest point? Lowest point. So if there is an outlier, what would it be? 5. Okay. But you're not going to be, you just have to be able to understand what they mean by an outlier. And we're not going to be testing that. Okay. That's next year stuff. Okay. Pardon? Well then, no, not to worry. But you still do this next year. You still do it in maths, but they phrase it more differently. It's the same thing, but they do it differently. Okay, yes. Okay. So let's have a look quickly at what the quartiles are. So the quartiles, okay, when you're trying to find a quartile, okay? Oh, look here. There's my 5-number summary. So my quartiles are specific points that divide my data up into 4 specific sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you see that? Okay, right? You see it. So my quartile 2, or my median, separates my values into a highest half and a lowest half. You understand that? Okay, so do you agree then the quartile 1 is a thing that separates the bottom half into another 2 halves? So you get 1 and 2. The quartile 3 separates the top half into another half, 3 and 4. How we find it, okay, is like this. So we're going to go to this data here for something we already started. Okay, go back to this one, example 1. So if you have a look, to find the median, okay, it's over here. Because there's how many? There's 14 pupils. So because it's 14, my median is going to be between 2 numbers. Okay, it's going to be between 7 and 8. Okay, so to find that, we need to find the average, the middle point. Okay, the middle point. So it's going to be 68. That's my Q1, Q2. Now to find my Q1 value, okay, we need to then look at the left-hand side, the lowest half of it, and we have to find again the middle point. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so to find the middle point, what we're going to do, look, we're going to cross out. So 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom. 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom. 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom. Do you agree? I've seen 3 things each side. So my Q1 value is going to be 40. Okay.
So it doesn't even have that before numbers. You can see but also use that formula.
Yes, but it's not a formula. Formula is maybe a bit of a bad word. We just a little bit of thinking about it. We're finding the middle. We're finding the average. Yes.
If they ask us to find Q4, how are we going to find it?
Q4. But remember, quartiles, okay, there's only 3 quartiles. Because, okay, quartiles separate my data into 4 points. So how many dividers of 4 do we have?
4.
3. There's 3 things. So I'm holding up 4 fingers. Okay, there's 3 holes in between. Okay. Yes. Okay. Shh.
So to get like your sections, like the Q1 and the median, and can you like take the amount of like numbers it is, then divide it by 4, and then you can get the section.
That is a way, but that's adding formulas, and you're not thinking. You're just trying to regurgitate the formula. Okay, but then you just need to have a little bit of critical thinking. Okay, because if you add more formulas to things, then you have to learn formulas. We're not about that here. All we're doing is separating the data first into halves. Okay, and then the bottom half we split again into a half, Q1, top half into a half again, Q3. That's it. That's all we're doing. So, if we have a look over here, so let's have a look at this one again. Okay. So to find my Q1, so because this here is my Q2 value, okay, this was my Q2, my middle. It's in between 2 numbers, so we need to find the average of those 2. They just happen to be the same. So my Q2 is 24. Okay, it just happens to be the same, but that's my Q2. Now, when we said to find the Q1 and Q3, we need to take the bottom half and we need to find the halfway mark of that. So there's how many points here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The halfway mark, okay, of 6 points is going to be here. It's going to separate there into 2. So there's 3 there, and then there's 3 points there. Okay, you see that? Now to find what this Q1 is, we take 18 plus 21, which is 39. Okay, so we take 18 plus 21. We add it together, which is 39. We divide it by 2 because we want the middle point. 19.5. Okay. Does that explain it a bit better how to find it? Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So, when we're doing this, okay, I don't know whether there's nothing there. Sorry. All right. So, example 4. Let's do the next two examples. We're going to do it quick. Okay. Example 4. The data below represents the weekly pocket money, the spending money in Rand that learners in grade 10 class in a high school receive. This is a very low pocket money. Imagine receiving 5 Rand a week. Shame. Yeah, they are. Or is it spookies? I know spookies are 3. I don't know. I haven't seen. I think there's still 2. I think there's still 2. There we go. Okay, so when we're having all this data, guys, what do we have to do first? What's the first thing we have to do? Ascending order. So quickly, let's put it in ascending order. Okay, all of it. We have to put it in ascending order. Okay, this is part of the skill we have to do. Okay, so we're going to say 5 and 5. 6. Okay, this is 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so we got it in ascending order. Okay. So have a look at that. So what is the mode? So when you're asking the mode, the median, and the mean, what are we asking for? The what? What's the term we give to these 3 things? The? Pardon? Okay, so it's the central tendencies. We're looking for the central tendencies. So what is the mode of the pocket money? So what did the most people get? 15. Wow, because it's 8 of them. Man. 6, yes. Okay. Okay, so what is the median? So the middle. So how many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So what's the middle of 21? The middle number? Okay, what's it? It's going to be number 11. 11 is the middle number. 11 is the middle number. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, because there's 10 numbers on the left-hand side and there's 10 numbers on the right-hand side. We split it in half. Okay, so my median here is going to be 9. Calculate the mean pocket money. What's the mean? That's the only formula. What is it? It is my x with a little copy is equal to sum of x, so sum of all the points divided by n, the number of points we have. What's it? 2? Oh. Okay, who's got numbers for me? 11? What's the top number? Add them all together. So we say 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Okay, so put together. Who's got calculators? Come to me. 259. We've got. Okay, anyone disagree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your so what's huh? What's your number there?
I've got 244.
244. Ah, okay. Divide by how many points are there? 21 points. So what we're gonna get? What's my average? 11, you say? 11.6? 12,33. Oh, must I add up myself here? 12,3333, so 3. Okay. Why do we put it to 2 decimal places? Usually always. But why in this case? Well, think about it. What are we calculating?
So you need the cents.
Exactly. We're calculating money. So we need 2 decimal places for the cents. Now, okay. Okay. Okay, you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's look. Okay. Given the following data arranged in ascending order. So what did they say? It's in ascending order. Okay, so we don't have to do some things. Okay. If the range is equal to 41 and the mean is equal to 21. So now let's have a look here. Let's do some things. Okay. Let's have a look here. The range is equal to 41. So calculate the value of x. X is what? X is my lowest number. Yes. It's a 244.
Yes, sir.
You see?
No, it's not.
It's only 244, sir.
It's 244.
I told you, sir.
Sir, you calculate it, sir.
I never calculated anything. Don't look at me.
Sir, you wouldn't need to, sir.
Huh?
You wouldn't need to say you calculate it, sir.
I need to look like I'm using my calculator.
No, but
It's your skill.
no, sir, but you all.
Okay, 244. What's it equal to? What's it? The average? That's what you said first.
I know you said that.
Alright, so okay, let's look at this. We're having our data and we're asking it in different ways now. So we're working backwards. Okay, we're working backwards. We calculate the value of x. Do we see that x is my lowest value? And they said the range is equal to 41. So my range is equal to my highest minus my lowest. So if my range is 41 and my highest is 48, my lowest being x, so x is therefore equal to 7. Alright. Now, calculate the value of y. They said, it's over here. Y is not a specific point, but they gave us it's only the other unknown, because we know what x is now. It's 7. Okay. So how are we going to find this one? The value of y. Do you agree? We can say the average is equal to the sum of all my points divided by n. Okay. So what is my average? 21 is equal to. Now, the sum of all the points. I'm going to trust you guys again. Calculate. Okay. So I get 192 plus y. all divided by the number of terms are there. How many are there?
21.
I get 11. Alright, so do you see in my formula, we found what my average was, okay, 21, is equal to the sum of all my points, 192 plus y, sum, adding them, divided by n. So we can work this out, okay. We're going to say times by 11 on this side, times by 11 on that side. So this here is going to cancel. 11 times 21 is what? 231. Okay. 231 is equal to 192 plus y. So if it's plus 192 on this side, what we're going to do to that side? Minus. So therefore we can say y is equal to what? Huh? 39. Okay. So, is my data in ascending order? Yes, it is. So if I had got there, tell me, if I got 35, would my answer be correct? Why? Exactly. They told us it's in ascending order. So if I get something less than 36, it's wrong. If I get something more than 48, it's wrong. You must be able to check your answers and see, does this make sense? Okay, if you got 47, it's in between. Okay, we can see it's still wrong, but you mentally saw it's in the right place. Okay. Okay. So, for homework, okay, there's something in the textbook. Okay. For homework, I want you to have. Okay. So I want you to have a look. Okay. I want you to look at example. Okay, 1 on page. What's the page? 328. Okay. I want you to have a look at example 1. Okay. And I want you to do example 1. But you see, as an example, they've given you the answer. But I want you to do it as if you're trying. Okay? The answer's already there, obviously, so you can check. But what are you not going to do? You're not going to look at the answer. Wow, what do I always say? Don't fool yourself.
You must look and do it. Then do it.
Okay, just do it. Okay. And then we'll carry on, and then tomorrow we're looking at visual representations, histograms, bar graphs, and that tomorrow.
Yes, sir.